Is the Penguin the best show on TV right now? It's definitely the one that's got the most buzz in our little circles, right? I mean, it's the one that people are talking about. I mean, no offense, Tulsa King, and no offense to other shows I think that are solid right now, but Penguin is the one that everyone's buzzing around. That premiere episode 1 was just fantastic. It was grounded, gritty, crime boss, mafioso stuff. It's setting up Oswald Cobblepot in that crime syndicate in Gotham City. He's the one pulling strings right out of the gate. Pitting the Falcones versus the Maroni. How will he keep himself clean through all this? Well, he probably won't, but he'll come out on top. Episode 2, here we go. It is not quite as good, but it is also fantastic. We see right away Maroni's are having a little powwow there in prison. You can see, look at Clancy Brown. He's got that pinky ring on. And Oz calls him out on that right away. Like, listen, why are we going to trust you, Oz? We'll just throw you to the wolves, man. You're the one trying to make this into a war. We'll just do that. And instead, he has this big pitch on, he'll coordinate this big drop to get the drugs. And it's going to be this convoy of who's going to be in which vehicle. And right away, and this is where I think the brilliance is going to be in this character. And this is where a TV series like this can do really, really well. Now, I will admit, I'm sick of like the villain thing, the over analysis of the villain, the sympathy to the villain, that kind of thing. I do kind of wish that this was also moving proto Batman or the prototype Batman that we saw along as well, that he failed miserably in the Batman to save lives. It was always just luck how things kind of worked out. He never actually was the key. And I think that guilt is what drives him even deeper into his obsession to be a great detective. A show like this, him picking up pieces of things or him being part of this universe in some way, shape, or form, probably could have lent itself to help that character development as well. Anyway, back to the show. There's a great little shootout here, where things are going sideways, and you're seeing Oz trying to figure out how am I to get myself out of this, because obviously the Falcones are attacking. Everything's been leaked. Everyone knows something. It was fantastic. This was great. Seeing everything turned on its head, seeing Oswald having to figure out on the fly how to get himself out of these predicaments, and then put right into the line of fire when here Sofia's walking in and they're all bickering, they're all fighting. How did everybody know? How is he going to deflect that he's the one pulling the strings with the Maronis? How is he going to do all this, right? It is really, really good storytelling. It is really done well. Now, Luca is new to the scene. Luca Falcone is the brother, and he's the one kind of running the show. And right away, you're seeing the tensions with everyone, and you're seeing Oswald coming into play here, trying to pull her strings as well. Like, listen, they're trying to push you out. You got Man's Club situation here, but I can be your friend. I can be your ally. And she is not having it. She's already putting out the feelers for who is betraying who. Oz has kind of now got to figure out how to pick up all the pieces with his little toady. And he's getting ready for some girls coming over. And really, it's about tightening the ring with Vic and the girls and the ones that are close to him. And this is his little main squeeze. She's right here, and he's just talking the talk. And I will say, it was really, really good. Everything about this was fantastic. Kind of a great continuation of episode 1. I don't think Colin Farrell has as many sort of like little nuanced performance moments that he did in episode 1. Like, he's not given those same kind of little tiny things. He's still completely gone. We don't see him in this fat suit. Like, you don't see him in this makeup. This department is award winning at every level. And then we're kind of given to this insane element of Sofia. So she's sleeping in her closet, waking up in cold sweat nightmares. She's scratched herself. We just kind of learn more about her psychosis. So this is going to play out, I think, later on in the season. I won't call my shots right now, but I kind of see how we're going to kind of lean into that a little bit. Then we're going to get Oz's mom. Now, this is the big thing. He's on the way to the big funeral for Alberto. He gets a call. He's got to go visit mom. Mom's kind of like wandering around the neighborhood. She's just doing her own thing. And there's all this mom drama. Now, the mom drama, I think, is going to be very important to drive Penguin to be even crazier. I think this is going to be something that it comes out in this episode near the end where he has hidden this. He talks about his mom being dead. So he lies to Sofia about his mom being alive. So I think this is going to be the big secret that will probably come into play here, because he's obviously got this unhealthy, I'm going to call it unhealthy, an over attachment to his mother with how things are played out here. He's constantly trying to win her approval to become something. There's conversations about a brother. There's all sorts of things that are done with Vic that set all this in motion. Meanwhile, with the Maronis, he's got to figure out how to keep them straight too, so they're not on to thing. Got to pull those strings. So he's got a quick scene here with that before we get over to the funeral sequence, and they're there, and they realize that they've got the one guy from the drop that went down the sideways thing early in the episode. So he quickly picks up on that. He knows something's going on, so he's got to figure out on the fly how to kind of pull the strings and make everything work. And Vic's supposed to be part of the scheme, and everything is going crazy with this guy, and he actually be the one to actually murder him so that he can't reveal that Oz is the one. But in doing so, it reveals that there is a traitor in their midst. They do a quick shakedown, and they do a great job here of you thinking that the knife is planted on Michael Kelly's character when in fact it's not. It's Sofia's first in line, and of course she's upset because she doesn't even get a chance to kill him and make things right for herself. So all of this is fantastic. It's got just enough of twists and turns to keep you off balance. It's got you rooting for the penguin to figure out ways because you're enjoying the show of the puppet mastery. Even though we know he's a monster and you're seeing him evolve into more and more of a monster, you have his thing with his mom that kind of makes you feel almost sorry for him. I'm not even sure I know why I feel sorry for him, but I kind of do. But I will say, like I said, I wish there was more Batman stuff in here, but I get it. Anyway, then it kind of wraps up with a nice little speech from Penguin to Vic going, you easily could end up next to these two people that you're burying. So you got to get your head screwed on straight so I can trust you. And then, of course, you have a quick little scene with Sofia where he kind of comes to her and basically says, are you going to try to grab this or not? Like, what are you going to do? So you see them setting this up where he is going to probably move closer towards. So it ends with that premise that he's going to move closer with Sofia. That will put pressure with the Falcones and the Maronis to allow the two of them to kind of bubble to the top, and then he can figure out how to deal with her. And of course, the tension with that will be who comes out with where's the mom's alive, coming out with what Vic's role in all of this. Obviously, Oz has a ton of other stuff. So there's a tons of great little moments. There's not really a lot of downtime in this show. This moves full. All of the content is moving things forward. This is exactly what makes this show so great right now, and why I'm critical of Tulsa King and other shows where I feel like we're just wasting time. We have gags, we have little side trails of nothing, we have useless characters that don't matter. No, all of this matters, and it works really well. Best show on TV right now? You guys tell me I'm wrong. If not, tell me what I should be watching. So it's not the best show. I'd love to know. So you guys tell me I'm going to watch Matlock. Is that what you guys were trying? I can see you out there. You're doing it. You're wanting to type it. I know you are. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I am Pops.